Good morning, students. Today video is going to see solid state. Many the metals, plastics, except the metal plastics, the ion are tightly held in an ordered arrangement, and there are many types of solid such as diamond, metals, plastics, etc. And most of the substance that we use in our daily life are in the solid state. We regulate solid with different properties for various applications. Understanding the relations between the structure of solid and their properties is very much useful in synthesizing new solid materials with different properties. In this chapter, we study the characteristics of solids, classification, structures, and their properties. We also discuss the crystal defect and their significant. Okay, the general characteristics of solid. The solid have definite volume and shape, and solid or region and incompressible solids have strong cohesive forces, and solid have short interatomic ionic or molecular distance. Their constituents, atoms, ions, and then molecules have fixed position and can only oscillators about the main position. The classifications of solid, crystalline solid, and amorphous solid. Okay, crystalline solid and amorphous solid. The crystalline solid, there are five types of crystalline solid. The first one, ionic crystal, sodium chloride and potassium chloride. And second one, covalent crystal, for example diamond and silicon dioxide. And third one, molecular crystals and naphthalene, anthracene, glucose, etc. Then fourth one, metallic crystal, for example all metallic elements, for example sodium, magnesium, copper, gold, silver, etc. The next, atomic solids, for example fluorine elements of group 18. Okay, fluorine elements of group 18, this is the atomic solids. We can classify solids into the following two major types based on the arrangement of their constituents. The first one, crystalline solid, the second one, amorphous solid. The term crystals comes from the Greek word crystals, which means dear eyes. This term was first applied to the transparent quartz stones, and then the name is used for solids bounded by many flat, the symmetrically arranged phases. Okay, the symmetrically arranged the phases. Okay, the two different types of crystalline solid, amorphous solids. Okay, the difference between crystalline solid and one amorphous solid. The crystalline solid is one which is its constituents, atoms, ions, or molecules have on already arrangement exchanging over a longer range. The arrangement of such constituents in a crystalline solid is such that the potential energy of the crystal system is at minimum. In constant in amorphous solids, Greek amorphous means no form, the constituents are randomly arranged. So crystalline solid, amorphous solid difference. Long range orderly arrangements of constituents, short range random arrangement of constituents. This is the amorphous solids. The definite shape, crystalline solid, and irregular shapes, amorphous solids. The generally crystalline solids are anisotropic in nature, crystalline solids. They are isotrophic like liquids, amorphous solids. They are two solids, crystalline solid. They are considered as pseudo-solids, supercooled liquids. This is the amorphous solids. The definite heat of fusions, crystalline solids, and heat of fusion is not definite, amorphous solids. They have shape, melting point, crystalline solid, then gradually soften over a range of temperature and so can be molded. This is the amorphous solid. The last one point, for example, crystalline solid, sodium chloride, diamond, etc. The amorphous solid, for example, rubber, plastic, glass, etc. Okay, this is the isotropic difference between crystalline and amorphous solids. Isotopes means uniformly in all directions. In solid state, isotropy means having identical values of physical properties such as refractions of index, electrical conductance, etc. in all directions, whereas anisotropic is a property which depends on the directions of measurement. The crystalline solids are anisotropic and they show different values of physical properties when measured along different directions. The following figures illustrations the anisotropic in crystal due to different arrangement of their constituents of the along directions. Okay, the next to discuss classifications of crystalline solids. The classifications of crystalline solid, the first one discuss ionic solids. This is the ionic solid. The structural units of an ionic crystals are cations and anions. They are bound together by strong electrostatic attractive forces. To maximum the attractive forces, cations are surrounded by as many anions as possible and vice versa. The ionic crystals possess definite crystal structure, many solid or cubic close packed. For example, the arrangements of Na plus and Cl minus ions in sodium chloride crystals. So the characteristic of ionic solids. Ionic solids have high melting point. These solids do not conduct electricity because their ions are fixed in their lattice position. They do conduct electricity in molten state when dissolved in water because the ions are free to move in the molten state or solutions. They are hardy, only strong external force can change the relative position of ions. And the next is covalent solid. In covalent solid, the constituents are bound together in a three-dimensional network entirely by covalent bond. For example, diamonds, silicons, carbide, etc. Such covalent network crystals are very hard and have high melting point. They are usually poor thermal and electrical conductors. The next to discuss molecular solid. And there are two types of the molecular solids. Three types of the molecular solids. The one non-polar molecular solid and polar molecular solid and hydrogen bonded molecular solid. The first one molecular solid. In molecular solids, the constituents are natural molecules. They are held together by weak van der Waals forces. Generally, molecular solids are soft and they do not conduct electricity. These molecular solids are further classified into three types. One non-polar molecular solids, polar molecular solids and hydrogen bond molecular solids. Okay, in non-polar molecular solids, constituent molecules are held together by weak dispersion force of London force. They have low melting point and are usually in liquids or gaseous state at room temperature. For example, naphthalene, anthracene, etc. Okay. The next polar molecule solids. The constituents are molecules formed by polar covalent bonds. They are held together by relatively strong dipole-dipole interactions. They have higher melting points than a non-polar molecular solids. For example, solid carbon dioxide and solid NH3, etc. Okay. Then hydrogen bonded molecule solids. The constituents are held together by hydrogen bond. They are generally soft solid under room temperature, for example solid ice, glucose, urea, etc. So in the next metallic solids. The metallic solids, you have already solids in the about the nature of metallic bonds. In metallic solids, the lattice points are occupied by positive metal ions and a cloud of electrons provides the species metal ions and a cloud electrons provides the space. They are hard and have high melting point. Metallic solids possess excellent electrical and thermal conductivity. They possess bright illustrate. For example, metals and metal alloys belongs to these types of solids. For example, copper, iron, zinc, silver, gold, copper, zinc, etc. Okay, the molecules relative to one another in a three-dimensional pattern. The regular arrangements of these pieces throughout the crystal is called crystal lattice. Okay, a basic repeating structure unit of crystalline solid is called a unit cell. The following figures the illustrations the lattice point and the unit cell. Okay, a crystalline may be consisted the constants of large number of unit cell, each one direct content with its nearer neighbor and all similarly oriented in species. The number of nearest neighbors that surroundings particle in a crystal is called a coordination number of that particle. Okay, a unit cell is characterized by the three edge lengths or lattice constant A, B and C, and the angle between the edge alpha, beta and gamma. Okay, next discuss primitive and non-primitive unit cell. There are two types of unit cell, the primitive and non-primitive. The unit cell that contains only one lattice point is called a primitive unit cell, which is made up from the lattice point at each of the corner. In case of non-primitive unit cell, there are additional lattice point either on a face of the unit cell or within the unit cell. Okay, there are 7 primitive crystal systems: the cubic, tetrahedral, orthorhombic, hexagonal, monoclinic, triclinic, and rhombohedral. They different in the arrangement of the crystallographic axes and angles. The corresponding to the above 7 proofs definite 14 possible crystal system as this figures: the cubic, rhombohedral, hexagonal and the tetrahedral, and orthorhombic and monoclinic and triclinic. Okay, thank you student.